Sessho-seki, Killing Stone legend. They say, even after death, some spirits refuse to disappear. Some don't fade away, they remain, trapped between worlds, waiting. After Tamamo-no-Mae was finally struck down in the plains of Nasu, the warriors believed the nightmare was over. The emperor was safe, the court was free, and the dangerous fox spirit had been destroyed. But they were wrong. Something like her could not simply die. Her body did not decay like a normal creature. Instead, it slowly hardened, darkened, and transformed into something unnatural. Flesh became stone, breath became silence, and what remained was a cold, lifeless rock that seemed to hold something deep within it. This stone came to be known as the Sessho-seki, the killing stone. From the very beginning, strange things began to happen around it. Birds flying above it would suddenly fall from the sky. Small animals that wandered too close would collapse without warning. Even the air itself felt heavy, poisonous, as if something unseen was still alive inside. People began to believe that the spirit of Tamamo-no-Mae had not been destroyed, but imprisoned. Her hatred, her sorrow, her anger, all of it was still there, sealed within the stone. Travelers avoided the area. Villagers whispered that the stone was not just an object, but a boundary, a place where the human world and the spirit world touched. Some even claimed that on quiet nights, when the mist rolled over the plains, a woman could be seen standing beside the stone. A figure in white, perfectly still, watching, waiting. Years passed, and fear of the stone only grew stronger. Then one day, a Buddhist monk named Genno arrived in the region. He was known as a man who could sense what others could not. Someone who understood the presence of spirits. When he approached the stone, he immediately realized the truth. This was no ordinary curse. The presence within the stone was real, restless, and filled with suffering. That night, the monk sat before the killing stone and began to pray. The wind suddenly rose, cold and violent, and the ground seemed to tremble beneath him. Then, from within the stone, something emerged. A presence took shape in the air, dark and shifting, filled with pain and fury. It was Tamamo-no-Mae, no longer the perfect woman, but a broken spirit bound by its own hatred. Her voice echoed through the night as she cried out in anger and despair, demanding to be freed, demanding to be released from her endless suffering. But the monk did not run. He remained calm and spoke gently, telling her that her suffering continued because she still clung to her anger and her past. That as long as she held on to hatred, she would never find peace. Slowly, as his prayers continued, something began to change. The violent presence weakened. The rage in her voice softened. And for a brief moment, her true form appeared again. Not a monster, not a spirit of destruction, but a woman, tired, lost, and filled with regret. It is said that in that moment, she spoke softly, as if remembering something long forgotten. That she had once desired more than power or destruction. That she had once wished to be seen, to be loved. Then, like mist in the morning light, her form faded. The storm ended. The night became still, and the spirit was gone. But the stone remained, even after the spirit had been calmed. The Sessho-seki did not disappear. It stayed in the plains of Nasu. To this day, people still speak of the killing stone. Some say it is no longer dangerous. Others believe the spirit was never truly gone. And there are those who claim that if the stone were ever to break, whatever is sealed inside it might be released once again. So even now, when the wind passes quietly through the plains, and the mist begins to rise, some say you can still feel it. Not a presence of pure evil, but something far more human. A spirit caught forever between love and a curse.